Hello and welcome to Healthify Happiness. I am so glad you are watching this series which is about stress and its mitigation. Without further ado, I would like to move on to the topic, but before that, let's cover the basics. We have learned what is stress, how to identify stress, what causes stress, how state of mind, subconscious and the conscious mind contributes to stress, how stress is related to the immunity of the body, and also we learned how stress is aggravated by the past painful memories. Today we shall be learning about the future anxiety, the worry of an uncertain future. The worry about an uncertain future adds on to our stress levels. Worrying to a certain extent is good. It is necessary also because it makes you prepared. It prepares you for the way ahead. You should be planning your future. But if it becomes chronic, if it becomes an addiction, if it becomes a bad habit, then you should certainly take action. By the end of the video, you should be having a clear understanding about how uncertainties of the future can impact your life in the long run. When we talk about past painful memories, at least there is some relevance to it. There is some truth to it. You have experienced it, and it is but natural that as unresolved issues, it will be coming back to you time and again till you go and resolve them, or you know how to shut the case. About shutting the case, we shall be covering that in my upcoming workshop, which is absolutely free, wherein I shall be personally working with you to reduce the pain which comes from remembering the past. That is something I cannot do straight in the video because I need to observe you, your breathing patterns, and that's how I can help you. I can directly answer your question. But when it comes to the anxiety about the future, that's something we need to control because it is all imaginary. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Was the world prepared for Corona? No, but we all faced it. We all have suffered losses. So let's plan, but not to such an extent, or rather I would say, let's not worry to such an extent that we damage our current state, that is our health. Because ultimately, this is the body where you have to live in for many decades now. Am I right? We as human beings, we love to be secured. We love to be sure about what is happening in our life. When it is about unsurety, it is natural for us to get into an elevated level of anxiety. That is understandable and that is natural, as I said earlier. But we should know that ultimately it is causing us damage. It is damaging our relationships. Probably if I'm stressed out, I would not be able to say yes to a marriage proposal, fearing that they might cause me harm. So if I keep on worrying about how my future married life is going to be, I might never be able to get into the beautiful institution of marriage. Yes, my friend, it is beautiful. I'll cover it sometime later in some of my video. One more thing is, if I constantly worry about failing in my IIT exam or my medical board, would I be able to even appear for it? No, right? So let us try and manage anxiety about the uncertainty of the future or future uncertainties. There are many exercises which we help people do in NLP, after doing which people are not only blessed with a vision of a beautiful future, they are also empowered to realize that. But for that you need to wait till I announce my upcoming workshop. This part is clear that we all need to manage the worry about the future. Now let me share with you what can be done. If you are totally unable to remove that from our mind, what can we do? This is an exercise you can do to handle the current worry you have about your future. You should be having a diary or a notepad with you. Take a pen. Write down the areas of your life which are really important. Write it on the top, like finance, relationship, career, spiritual growth, health. Okay? And then below every area, you write down two aspects. You can make two columns, controllable and uncontrollable. There are certain things about which we don't have any control, but there are things which we can control. I'll explain as I come to it. Okay, let me do it now. We shall take the example of health. Okay, I'm saying this from the top of my head. I did not plan to say this, but it is coming in the flow. Probably somebody needs to listen to this today. So when I take about health, there are some controllable factors and some uncontrollable factors. What are the uncontrollable factors? Think. I mentioned about this in the video. Corona, some disease, some viral attack, some bioweapon about which we are not sure. How can I be 100% sure that I would be alive for the next 50 years of my life? I can only have a wishful thinking with me, right? Similarly, write it in the uncontrollable area that there could be some mishap about which I am not aware. But then there is one more zone, the controllable zone. What can you do there? You can write, I will eat healthy, I will eat more raw food, I will try to get up early in the morning and exercise. So once you do that, for every important aspect of your life, now it is your turn for action. If you have written get up in the morning, please get up. If you have written exercise, exercise. Similarly, on the relationship side, if we have decided to go and say love you to somebody, do it today. And again, on the financial side, if you are thinking of investing, don't delay, study the market factors and get it done. Once you do this checklist type of once you keep on ticking your checkbox, you would be less anxious about the future because every action has its consequence. So when your action part is correct, naturally the worry about the future would reduce because okay, fine, I am investing in my health, I am okay in my relationships, I am doing good, I am spending considerable time outside my mobile in the relationships, I have invested in good property, good plots so that I get a return in the future, I am doing some meditation daily for my spiritual upliftment, I have some plan to contribute to the world. So that way, wouldn't your anxiety about the unknown future reduce? The anxiety is there because you are not doing enough. It's all in your mind. It is not in the action part. It is there in the subconscious mind is pushing you so that you achieve the goal for which you were born. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have understood how worrying about the future increases the stress levels and how we can actually do certain things to control that. Before I leave, I thought let me give you a second tip. Can't we be a little mindful? Suppose you are enjoying a meal with your family. Be mindful of the taste of every grain you are putting in your mouth. Whenever anything bothers you, even from the past or from the future, just try one funda. Get to the present. At the present moment, if you are sleeping, enjoy that. Feel the touch of the bedsheet beneath you. Be mindful. If you are gardening, talk to the plant. Oh, I wish you grow fast, you grow healthy. Be in the present because you know what? We don't have control over the past or the future. We are not sitting on a time machine to just hover above the timelines. We can only be present in the future. Let's try that. With this, I'll end the video now. I leave you with a lot of good luck, good wishes and love. Take care. Bye-bye. Before you go, please subscribe. See you soon.